Hi, my name is Margaret,
And I'm Michaela.
and we wanted to do our part for the 9/11 10th anniversary that's coming up on Sunday. So I wrote a poem about a year after the fateful attacks to mark its first anniversary, and I have never, let it go published. So I think it's appropriate for the 10th anniversary to let it go on YouTube and let it be heard and let it be seen. Michaela was only 5 when this happened. She's now 15. She's going to tell you her idea on this.
When I was young, I was only 5, and I didn't understand a word I said, but I did see it on TV, and I still didn't understand it. But now, when I gradually became older, I understand it more, and my belief in it, and it was it was hard for me to take in.
We lost a friend on flight 175. That was the second plane that hit the World Trade Center. Her name was Ruth McCourt, and she had her daughter Juliana with her, sitting beside her midway in the plane. So it's as raw now as it was back then. You never forget something like that. You never will. It leaves not only a mental scar, but it leaves a physical scar as well. But anyway, we'll get on with this poem. We'll see if we can do this.
If I could do it without crying.
As you can see, it has affected both of us in a way that, it's horrified us to the core. Just remembering and recalling those fateful times that have happened. So here we go. Let's just hope that we can do this. Okay?
Yeah, fine.
Here we go. Just get it up here because I have it on the computer. Do you remember? Do you know? Can you recall that fateful blow? Have you the time? Have you the will? Have you the thought to remember them still? Do you light a candle and pray for those who mourn? Do you ever think about those mothers and the babies not yet born? Do you ever stop at a church and do you bow your head in prayer? Do you ever think about the families and the burdens that they had to bear? Do you reflect on your own life and how the things need to be? Or do you simply close your eyes and pretend that you cannot see? When confronted with a task, do you get up and walk away? Or do you face the difficulties that tend to come your way? Do you remember? Do you know? Can you recall that fateful blow? Have you the time? Have you the will? Have you the thought to remember them still? Do you remember that day, that fateful attack? Do you remember those lives lost and those we cannot bring back? Do you remember the noise, the dust, the screams of terror? I wish I could take all this back, but I can't, not ever. Children, men, women, young and old, it's a terrorist attack, and that's what we were told. To shatter innocent lives apart and to divide a nation. What example are we setting for our next generation? Do you remember? Do you know? Can you recall that fateful blow? Have you the time? Have you the will? Have you the thought to remember them still? Once proud towers, standing straight and tall, never ever did we think that we would ever see them fall. Now years on, there is still an empty space, and never can those proud towers ever be replaced. The Pentagon, oh no, oh my God no, right near those president quarters that also received a blow. What were these men thinking? What was on their mind? Why so much killing? It's love they have to find. Do you remember? Do you know? Can you recall that fateful blow? Have you the time? Have you the will? Have you the thought to remember them still? Oh my good God, no, not Flight 93. Another hijacked plane, and another screaming plea. To hit the White House was their intent, but the passengers and crew with love had put them off their scent. It landed in a field where all lives were lost. They stopped them from hitting their target, but this was at a scary cost. Though we're brave heroes that day, and we will never forget, for a golden place in heaven, that is where they are set. It's time now for us to change, and it's time for us to take a stand for what we believe in and help this failing land. Do you remember? Do you know? Can you recall that fateful blow? Have you the time? Have you the will? And have you the thought to remember them still? This poem is dedicated to all those lives lost on that terrible day back in 2001. We love you, Ruth. We love you, Juliana. We love you, Christina Hansen, Peter and Sue. We were all aboard that second plane. You were always in our thoughts, and you will never be forgotten.